that endear you to these characters and get invested in their struggles. The second movie has no moments like this, and I think that's why a lot of critics call the movie soulless. Pixar movies are held in such a high regard because they successfully manage to tell stories that both children and adults can enjoy and relate to. All of their classic films do this perfectly. The Incredibles, for example, is not just a movie about superheroes. It's a story about a man who is going through a midlife crisis. Kids watching relate to the movie at a base level because superheroes doing cool things, and the adults watching can relate to the story about Mr. Incredible. Kids enjoy Finding Nemo because talking fish. Adults also enjoy it, especially adults with kids, because they relate to the emotions and struggles Marlin goes through when he witnesses his own child get kidnapped. Kids can enjoy Cars because talking cars, but adults can relate to its moral. Having a life in the fast lane.
Listen to me and keep moving. An enemy squad is attacking the village right now.
Are great because they age well.
Yamato's defending it with gates he's created using wood style, but there are just too many enemies.
I feel like when a Pixar movie is pitched,
you need to guard the gates with your life so that they don't get inside the village.
What that answer spy thriller, I guess. He's trying to do something while we probably don't want to be a king, a formula to what makes not just like scoring is going to teach you now. Black Friday
Next part's going to be a king hunt.
Enemy reinforcements. They just keep coming.
All the stuff is went to. Cars 2 doesn't work because how does any of this work or make sense? It poses
all according to plan.
How does religion work in this universe? How do cars like notes? How? Their tongues? I'm compared to this universe. Why was the word
All according to plan.
Wasabi. They give me wasabi.
Enemy reinforcements.
No one Oh, I think it's theory.
They're
All the
retreating.
towns in this universe are
We
tractors.
won.
This
Where
next
does
part's
the
going to be a
green come from? Do they milk the tractors? Why does Spin need a respirator underwater? He is a car. He does not have lungs. They have internal organs. Well, they have giant meaty tongues, so, oh god, no. And you speak first. Designing iPhone. iPhone apps? iPhones exist too now. How does a car use an iPhone? They don't have hands. Why do they keep forgetting that the cars don't have hands? So the planes are alive and exist to carry conventional-sized cars to other countries. But what about bigger vehicles, like Mac? What if Mac wanted to go to London? He won't fit on that plane. Are there bigger planes made just for trucks? What about trains? They exist in this universe too. They're stuck on their rails. What if a train in America wanted to visit Tokyo? Well, too bad you can't because you're a train. Loser. Cars can have any sort of profession. They can be what they physically are, like a race car or a cop, but they can also be lawyers, judges, spies, chefs, or waitresses. Does that only extend to the cars? Like, could that 747 jet be a lawyer if it wanted to? Or is it being stuck as an air transporter because it was born a plane? How does this work?
Dinosaurs, man.
So dinosaurs existed in this universe?
What the fuck?
Animal-like dinosaurs?
What?
What?
I don't.
Use bathrooms.
Wait, what?
Cars use bathrooms.
I watched
Does a
Cars 2.
human
I don't remember being
bathroom
dinosaur
sinks?
trucks
How
or
does a
shit.
car use a sink? Why does it use a sink
What
to
the-
wash its tires? Sinks aren't even designed for that. How is McQueen supposed to pop the cork off that wine bottle? That is just a wine bottle from the human world. No. This is the worst one. This is the one that made me rage quit. There is a scene where the bad guys get thrust into a pub in London and they show glasses of beer on a table. Those are glasses made for humans. How do the cars drink the beer out of it? They don't have hands. How do they pick the glass up? The rules of the universe in this movie don't make any sense, and they directly contradict the first movie. They don't eat real human food in Cars 1. They drink oil because they're cars, and etc.
Okay.
Cars 2 is just the human world, with no thought put into the presentation of the universe. London is just regular human London, except the clock tower is called Big Ben.
Hey,
Inside Big Bentley. Get it? It's a car pump. Put a half second of thought into that. Porto Corsa is just Portofino in Italy, except the rods look like cars. Wow, that must have taken so much thought. Tokyo is just Tokyo, except it's spelled Tokyo. I hate this movie so much. There is one element of Cars 2, a singular element, that I think is actually kind of clever in terms of how the universe works. And it's so minuscule that it shouldn't even be worth mentioning in this movie. But it's the fact that cars use little trailers to carry their luggage up the airport. That's cute. That makes sense because they're bikes. But that's it. That's literally it. Good job, Pixar. You did it. Good job. Well done. Every problem, every weird detail, every nitpicky thing people bring up regarding the world of cars stems from this movie. No one was questioning the world of Cars 1. It was this movie that made people start questioning how any of this works. This movie soiled any goodwill that Cars had with the general public. Because now, it's all just nonsense.
You're watching a Toothbrush Playbilly playlist. But did you know that there's a YouTube music app where you can also listen to the EDM version, the ska version, and of course, the original version? Get YouTube Music Premium.
Okay, it's pretty clear by now that I am not the biggest fan of this movie. But see, here's the thing. I really don't like this movie because I see the potential in it. It's an infuriating, frustrating watch because it so closely could be something fun. The good stuff in it is overshadowed by all this stupid bad stuff. It's not a lazy movie, it's definitely not boring, and it's original.
what'll it be?
There is passion and inspiration to be found here. In fact, there's actually quite a few ideas present here that I really like. So let's go over those. The World Grand Prix. I think most fans agree that the World Grand Prix is the coolest part of Cars 2. I love the concept, and I think it's the perfect setting for the middle chapter of McQueen's story. This is the second movie of an overall three-part arc, showing McQueen at the peak of his career. And what a way to show McQueen at his peak than have him racing against the world's fastest cars. It's a very different and much larger scope than the first film, but at its core, similar back to what the first movie is about, the thrill and personal rewards of racing. Everything with the World Grand Prix in this movie is Francesco Brinton.
Time to show off.
This is part of the plan. Sorry.
him and Holly are put in a weird spot of what to do. It's too late to find
Yes! Bring them a hungry! Hard fight! Yes!
Thanks. Now's our chance.
Pixar had so when they announced they were making a- my reaction was, really? Another one? Gosh, why does the world need another Cars movie? Then they released that teaser trailer and wow, alright, that looks kinda good. Got my interest. So the movie came out, I went and saw it with my family, and I thought it was okay. I liked it. It was better than the second one. And I never thought about Cars again. As soon as we got it. I have only ever seen Cars 3 once before deciding to make this video, and I totally forgot what it was. So I rewatched it, and I loved it. Cars 3 is a great movie. Cars 3 course corrects the franchise and directly follows the events of the first movie. Some time has passed since Cars 1, Doc has died, and McQueen is enjoying life as a professional racer and witnessed the peak of his career. Until one day, a next-gen racer called Jackson Storm arrives on the track, and he leads a whole new generation of new race cars that are all faster than McQueen. McQueen's racing days are quickly brought to an end as he starts to be the slowest on the track. He pushes himself too hard one night in an attempt to keep up with Storm, which leads to him having the worst wreck of his life. Fearing what happened to Doc will happen to him, McQueen takes it upon himself to train and keep his racing career alive. He trains with a trainer named Cruz, who later learned always dreamed of being a racer himself. When the big race day comes, spoiler, McQueen decides to accept that his racing career is over and uses this opportunity to give Cruz a chance to cheat on his career. Team 95 enters Cruz in the race, who manages to
Thanks Thanks for coming.
Using vortex to tricks. Why? And Cars 3 is a very direct sequel to the first one. We return back to the same tone and themes, back to a slower, more introspective story that follows the film's personally, learning new things about himself and the past, in a spectacle that is a love letter to the history of racing. This is a movie that fully embraces what made Cars 1 so special in the first place. It's clear the team on this one understood Cars 2 was a mistake, and that was just ignore. Give the franchise the heartfelt ending its fans wanted. And boy, oh boy, do they ignore Cars 2. There's not a single mention of it to be found anywhere in this. You really can just go from Cars 1 to Cars 3 and not miss a single thing. The only important plot thing that is brought up in Cars 2 is Doc's death. And it happens off screen, and it's mentioned so quickly and it's glossed over that it doesn't matter.
What'll it be?
You understand pretty quickly in the opening scene of Cars 3 that Doc is gone now. This one's for you, Doc. I think the only actual continuity there is in this from Cars 2 is that McQueen keeps the headlights he gets in that movie. But like, you just hand wave that and say that he got these in between movies. Jeff Gorbeck from Cars 2 also makes a quick cameo in this, but like, I don't think that really means anything. In Cars 2, it was already clear McQueen knew Jeff, so like, I don't think Jeff appearing here is a reference to Cars 2 in any way. It really does seem like they went out of their way to sort of retcon Cars 2. There are things that sort of hint at that, like how it seems to have returned to playing by the rules of the universe set in the first movie. They got Randy Newman back to do the score, and reuses all of the same themes that were prominent in the first movie, and also just little details like Mater's dent. In the beginning of Cars 2, Mater gets a dent on his bed on the driver's side while hanging out with McQueen.
And my favorite souvenir, this new dent.
He later says in that movie that he never gets his dents fixed because they mean something to him.
I'm gonna get them dents, bud.
I can't lose this one.
Painted by nobody. They ain't way too valuable.
Well, then provide me with.
I don't care, say. I want to remember these dents forever.
In fact, it's sort of a
Yes. That's it!
In this movie,
Tail
that dent
breaker!
how could it be gone if second
That's it!
Stitches from Toy Story 2 are still on in Toy Story 3. I like to think that this is Cars 2. I think you see an obvious reaction to Cars 2. Dr. Classic Mater present in this. And this is something I actually see people criticize the movie for. I get it. Mater wasn't a main character in Cars 1, but he was in it pretty prominently. Cars 2 made Mater the main, and it didn't work. So it was like they were afraid to use him a lot in this movie.
Leave it to me.
So he only appears in a few scenes. I am glad that they had the restraint to not have Mater join the team while he was training. Speaking of attitude, Cars have one major
Scimitar!
and he handled after Cars 2.
You fell for it.
They had
Say goodbye! Tail breaker! That's it!
But it'll work out. And that was the problem. Not that right here with you. Yeah, we fixed it.
I totally get why they're friends. Mater's like a dog. He's loyal. Even if he doesn't have any good solution to the problem, you can tell when you keep him around because Mater will never abandon him. He'll sit there and comfort him in his hardest times of need. A true best friend. Of the other. This is awesome. That's what he said. Mater was a bit more involved. I do really like the
That's it!
like maybe cop chase throughout the whole race or something. It would have been a good opportunity for some funny maybe gag. At the same time, I understand why they had to cut it as much as they did. Mater just ultimately wasn't important to this story. In the big time, Cars 2 is not the story because it wasn't long. I think the reason Cars 3 resonates so much is that it's completely focused on characters and their struggles. I really love how the movie takes its time and places and just focuses on character energies. There are so many scenes of just the cars talking, where the emotion all comes from the voice performances. Like this scene of Cruz telling McQueen her backstory. This scene is so nothing visually. It's just shot, reverse shot, nothing's moving around on the screen to hold your attention. None of the characters are doing like a jig or something. The whole scene is just the voice actress and Alonzo talking.
The other racers looked nothing like them. They were bigger and stronger, and so. And when they started their engines, that was it. I knew I'd never be a racer.
You so easily could have had a dazzling flashback sequence here, showing a young Cruz. But they didn't. This whole scene is sold 100% by Alonso's performance, and the lack of exciting visuals makes it all the more sincere and real. Cars 3 is chock full of stuff like this. God, that scene in Smokey's garage when he's telling me
That's the spot!
of this franchise that I like it.
Universal pull!
Nice try!
Oh shit.
Don't care about the struggle with that because
Tailbreaker!
spells out it just went all that didn't work. He worked so hard for his goal in this. He understands how hard he needed to go to keep his dream alive. I totally understand his fears too. He fears history will repeat itself and the racing world will reject him. Just as he died.
Check out the field of the week. I'm Walgreens. Shop Walgreens.com.
Ninja Hawk!
Cars 3 is great because it's the only one of these movies that gives some purpose to why these movies focus on cars. The thematic purpose of cars. Lightning McQueen was built as a race car. He was built to do only one thing, race. He is the embodiment of racing. But at the same time, he is still a car. He's only as good as the tech at the time he was built was. A car cannot actually train to be faster or lose weight or get stronger because it's not human. It's a physical, solid, non-organic object, a machine. And machines wear out over time. Cars wear out. They get to a point where they just can't be useful anymore. As hard as McQueen trains, he'll never get faster than the newest car tech, unless he seriously modified himself or something, but at that point, it wouldn't be the same car anymore. This poses the question of what happens when someone realizes they have become absolutely and totally obsolete. What sort of emotions does that someone go through? Just one.
Looking good.
Accepted. And that's what this movie is all about. someone learning to accept their obsolescence and finding a new purpose in life, personified by a car. In my opinion, this is the first and only Cars movie to successfully give a thematic purpose to why these movies focus on sentient cars. It's a clever allegory for getting older, being from a certain time period where you were of use, witnessing the times changing. I can see a lot of people with kids entering their middle-age years really resonating with this story. And to Cars 2's credit, that movie also attempted to give some thematic purpose to sentient cars with its Lemons characters. These cars that often break down and are looked down on by society. I get it, it's an allegory for discrimination and ableism. Society turned on them, made them turn to evil, kind of like the Joker. But I feel like that wasn't successful because the movie didn't want us to feel bad for them. These are the characters that are literally killing others. I can't feel sympathetic for them. So the allegory there gets kind of muddled, in my opinion. Cars 3 was a hell of a lot more successful. Something I really want to draw some attention to is how this movie ended. When I watched it, I thought it was a fantastic ending. I discovered that the Cars fandom doesn't fully agree. There seems to be a bit of a divide on the endings, and that's probably because the studio originally had a totally different one in mind. One of the longest deleted scenes is the alternate ending, in which McQueen's new sponsor, Mr. Sterling, reveals his true killers when he doesn't race McQueen and instead races Cruz.
This one race you gave me today is not gonna happen. I'm not letting you race. We had a deal! We did. But then your numbers started coming back from your trap. We noticed how your numbers compared to yours.
McQueen finds a way to race, however, racing for Team Dynaco and in his colors. Many people say they would have preferred this version, so they could have seen McQueen perform the strict, action, race, and score. Give the character one final victory, you know?
I don't think I'd ever see that again.
Yeah, that would have been so cool to see. There are things about this ending that I really love. I love how Earl is so
I shop for a lot of the same things. That's why I like Pays. The online checkout from the same banks and credit unions I already use. Same cards, ready to go right here. Same confidence, because my actual card numbers stay hidden from the store. So it's easy to be. Same great meat, because Hayes is built for how I shop.
You mean for how we shop?
As long as it's on sale.
Dad.
Meet Maze, online checkout from banks and credit unions.
He has cancer. He has Hodgkin's lymphoma.
He works really, really hard. Like I've been saying, I never wanted to be treated differently. I never wanted to be seen as less than something. I would say it's a miracle. I think there's miracles, like I said, every day. On my hockey stick, on the knob, I put a piece of white tape under my grip tape. And then on the other side, I'll put DF, which stands for Dana-Farber, which is the hospital I went to. I'm very thankful for what I went through. And then I'm thinking of the kids and all the doctors that helped me get to where I am.
However, director Brian B. just wasn't satisfied.
In this very early version, the scene, Sterling's the one that saw Cruz malicious people. That's not the one.
They say they tried every version of the ending they could think of. A version where McQueen trained him. But they didn't like that because it was too new. They tried a version where McQueen and Cruz both raced together, which is what this movie was. But that didn't work because then the audience was split completely. Another version where McQueen never raced and entered Cruz from the start. That didn't work because it felt like the story had wrapped up before the race even started. They ultimately decided on the final version where McQueen mid-race and gives Cruz the shot sheet on the screen. Honestly, my take on this is, I think this is the best ending thing. It's Cycle's thing, you know. McQueen ultimately wanted to be able to make the decision when he was done. He told us. And in this version, he gets to do just that. He chose to forfeit the race. He chose to enter Cruz. He does get that one final victory. technically he wins the race too since he started it, but that actual final victory was finding satisfaction in coaching a young racer, the same that God did for him. It's a beautiful, poetic circle of life. Cruz getting her shot should be an insane moment, full of emotion, and the way it happens in the deleted scene is very anticlimactic. The one that recognizes her talent is sterling. Nothing.
And lightning, the numbers she was putting up every day when she was racing, you've never seen anything like it. And she got better by the day.
How gross is that? She's just given the opportunity willy-nilly, with little focus on what she's actually going through. Cars 3 gave us an ending that we didn't expect. It didn't. McQueen's sporting Doc's colors, of course, still makes its appearance in the film, in the final scene before the credits. And I think it actually packs more of a punch this way. It makes its final scene feel more emotional and final. If there are any major criticisms I have for Cars 3, it's that I don't think it's very funny. There are many moments, especially towards the beginning, where they attempt to be more ramped up, tell a joke, and they usually fall flat.
Well, life's a beach, and then you cry.
That was weird. What was that? I don't think Cars 2 was funny either. I guess successful humor is something pretty exclusive to the first movie, huh? Cars 3 is a great movie. It's a fantastic Cars movie. But it's also just a really good movie. I feel like anyone who is a fan of sports movies or comeback stories will find something to like in this. It's completely character-driven. It honors the legends the first movie set up. It has those slower, more adult moments. It has the emotion. It feels very classic Pixar. Cars 3 ends the trilogy on a high note, and it is easily my favorite Cars. And that was the Cars movies. What a joyride. Get it? Joyride? It's fun. I guess the only thing left to do now is answer the question we posed at the beginning. Is Cars a bad franchise? And my answer to that is, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? No, but seriously. Cars is a deeply flawed franchise. Its universe doesn't really make any sense, and some of its characters can be annoying.
Not a good neighbor.
And the same amount of toys it produces may make it seem pretty cynical in nature, but at its core, Cars comes from a place of passion. All 3 of these movies are not lazy. Flawed, yes, very flawed in case of the second, but they're not cynical cash grabs with zero equity. These movies, first and third, are love letters to the sport of movies, to its legend, to its history, and to just cars in general. The second movie may have been a misstep, but even that you can tell is deeply inspired by action-adventure films and famous spy thrillers. There was still a passion there that was genuine. All 3 of these movies, at the very least, are not and could only have been made by people who were truly passionate about cars in the first place. And that's what I love the most about this franchise. It is a franchise with passion. And in the cynical, depressing, negative, heavy, gross, evil world that we live in currently, these lighthearted, silly movies about talking cars are pretty dang fun. Cars is fun. I really like it. I might even go as far to say that I love it. Coming back to this franchise after all these years has been an absolute ride. I'm very curious what this new Cars show, Cars on the Road, coming to Disney Plus later this year, will be like. Going by concept art, it seems like it's going to be more silly in tone, akin to the Mater's Tall Tale movies. I definitely would prefer something with more heart, like the first and third movies. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I am quite intrigued on where this video because I really
Hey, you guys ever notice that the big ornate cauldrons Ozai is wearing are actually two penises? Holy shit, how close is this thing to the ground? It's affecting the clouds? Like, just to compare with real life for a second. If that happened to us, there's no way...
I'm going to talk about Xbox Cloud Gaming because there's a really exciting update for folks.
Yeah, so starting today.
Oh, how's something, man? I'm calling Uber, hang on. I know his number, why do I not? Oh, I do, hang on. I'm gonna tell the chicken, man. Okay, we're at the Cluck and Bell. Is it Uber Black, right? Yeah, get...
The Sharingan is a disposable power. There is even a forbidden jutsu. For entirely reactions, click the link in the description.
you see this that's for you to I want to I'll see you Saturday. I'll be down the hill waiting for you. That's 9:30.
This isn't bad about wireless, but please do remember, it's no holiday ad. It runs through December.
Nothing can stand in my way.
Watch the way, watch
It's Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Get a head start on Black Friday all month long. Exclusive deals. Right now, with 25% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees, just in time for the holidays, and get a free select tool